What is the big dream? What's the vision? It is so challenging for people to set an intention, decide how they want to feel and why they want to feel that way, and then line up their solar goals and actions to feel that way because we don't live in our imaginations. We don't know how to dream. We don't know what we want and why we want it. And that's what we're talking about in this episode of the Expedition to Soul podcast.
We know that you were born magical. We know that you are intuitive, and we know that you are brimming with everyday enchantment. Here at the Sisters Enchanted, we believe in intention, we believe in intuition, and we believe in everyday magic. Welcome in to the Expedition to Soul podcast.
I'm Sarah, founder of the Sisters Enchanted, and today's episode of the Expedition to Soul podcast is actually a replay of a workshop that I hosted not too long ago. So I've been hosting this free workshop series called the Backstage Workshop Series, and the whole premise of it is that, there's all these things that we can do behind the curtain, backstage, before we set our intentions, we set our goals, and let those take center stage. There's all this stuff we can do behind the scenes, and then we'll be ready to bust open those curtains, and our intentions, our solar goals, they will be right there, ready to be received by us, the universe, whatever you want to say about it. So today's episode is the replay of part 1 of that workshop series. And we are talking about, in this workshop today, the idea of the dream, the vision. What is that? And why are you holding space for that? Now, if you're listening to this podcast as you're going about your day, I love that. Keep on keeping on. If you can listen to it with a pen and paper, there are tons of prompts that I'm going to give you that you can, journal on and jot some ideas on. But it is workshop style. So listen in, take notes, whatever you want to do, but enjoy.
We are here for the Backstage Workshop Series, part 1. And that's kind of a silly name for what we're doing here. But I thought about, what do people need to know before they really dive into the different things we offer here at the Sisters Enchanted? And one of those is how to set intentions. So we talk about intentions, and, a lot of people set intentions or goals and they just don't stick. You want to know why? Well, I'm going to answer that over this 4-part workshop series. The idea is this is what we have to do backstage before our intention or our goals take center stage. Let's see here. So who are we? I'm going to tell you a little bit more about who we are in a second. But I love to say, actually, my sister Anna, who might be in the comments, I'm not sure. She's my co-founder. She says, "Welcome home, Magic Maker," with the biggest smile ever. And you feel like you really are where you always belong. So I just think of Anna with her radiating smile. Welcome home, Magic Maker. We've had over 1,000 people participate in our Holistic Witchery program, our Magic Week program. We know what we teach here works, and we know that it's your time to shine. And we're excited to bring you into the fold. We've been doing this since 2016. We've had over 735,000 podcast downloads. Let's help us get to 1 million this year. I know we'll do it this year. Got 1 million podcast downloads. We've had over 300,000 people take free classes just like this one. I wrote a book called Magical Self-Care. On the day it released on Amazon, it was on the best-selling new releases list with Tony Robbins and Brene Brown. If you don't know them, they are top names in this kind of personal development, growthy sort of education space. And you better believe I took a video screenshot because I will say I had to scroll down a few times, but I was on the list and it made my day. I took a screen video so I could never forget it. We have a full teaching team here. It's more than just me, though I am the owner of the Sisters Enchanted. So you see me a lot. I drive the direction of our business. I teach in our classes. I coach in our small group programs. But we do have a full teaching team here. I'll tell you more about them later on. But we've got people here with backgrounds in astrology, psychology, Chinese medicine, shamanism, health and wellness. We run the gamut of expertise here. And we have a membership program that we've been running for almost 6 years, which in the online space, that's kind of like dog or cat years, where that makes us really old in the online world of memberships. So we're really proud of that. Who am I personally? I have my master's in education. I was a public school teacher for a short period of time and quickly realized that wasn't for me. I'm a homeschool mom when I'm not teaching at the Sisters Enchanted for my 5 and 8-year-old kids. I am an RV person. We have an embarrassingly large fifth wheel RV camper situation, and we love to go and see new places and hike and get outside. And I recently have really taken to biohacking, which is like trying to use all these tools to lower your stress and get healthy. So I'm currently really digging my sauna blanket, which my family loves to tease me about, but let me tell you, it makes me sweat and I feel so great after. So that's something new that I am really just spending a lot of time laying in my sauna blanket. I'm going to tell you today we're doing our free backstage workshop series. I want to tell you, we do offer programs here, and I just want to be really transparent about that right away. We're going to get right into the workshop. But we have the 4-part workshop series. These are hosted between now and March 9th. So there's 3 more coming out after this. They're totally free. We do have Magic Week starting on March 13th. It's only $27, and it's really the best next step from here. And anybody who loves that and wants to learn more, Holistic Witchery is where we've had 1,000 students take part in our sort of core offer here, where we teach all the good stuff that we know and help change lives in that program with our 5-eye expansion spiral. And that would be the next step. But just for full transparency, so that you know that those things exist and you're not surprised if I mention them. So how this works, this is part 1. In part 1 of this workshop series, actually, Christina, are we recording? Let me check with Christina that we're recording. I think we are. I just want to verify. Oh, she says yes. Okay. This is part 1 of the workshop series. And this is where we're talking about the dream. Intentions fail because we don't know what we want. Intentions fail because we don't know what we want. And that's what we're going to address today, the dream. What's the dream? The part 2 workshop, which is happening, I believe, on Sunday. Might be getting my dates mixed up, but I believe it's on Sunday. We're going to talk about why intentions fail, because we tolerate them failing. We just tolerate it. We just tolerate them failing. That's what the next workshop is going to be about. Part 3 is on sacred space. Intentions fail because we don't treat our environment and ourselves as sacred. Part 4 of this free workshop series, boundaries. Intentions fail because we don't protect them with boundaries. So between now and March 9th, this is where we are going. Today is part 1. Before we get into it, I'm going to give you a quick high-level overview of intentions versus goals. We teach about this more in depth in Holistic Witchery, which is starting at the end of March. If you want to get on the wait list, I 10 out of 10 recommend it. You see a little glimpse of our new curriculum up there at the top. Intentions are rooted in feeling. Now, the word intention and the word goal are actually synonyms, so they mean the same thing. We differentiate them in our modern mysticism, spiritual development, personal growth way as intentions being rooted in feeling and goals being rooted in specific outcomes. So intentions are feelings. I will feel healthy. I will feel calm. I will feel abundant. Those are intentions. They can develop and come into being in infinite ways, right? You can feel healthy in a million different ways. You can feel calm in a million different ways. Goals rooted in specific outcomes. I will walk 3 miles. That's a goal. I will feel healthy. That's an intention. They both come together, though, in desire. How do we desire to be? How do we desire life to look? What is the big picture for that? That's where intentions and goals come together. Feeling, outcomes, desire. They come together there. All right, we need to know that first because we are talking about the dream today and a little bit about intentions. So where it goes sideways, though, maybe you set an intention to feel calm, to feel relaxed, to feel confident, to feel sexy, dare I say it. Maybe that's your intention. Where it goes sideways, well, we set intentions, right? We set intentions and we set our goals. We know how we want to feel. We know what we want to do. But then life happens. You see here, there's a photo of me over there with my kids. I said I got 2 little kids. I wasn't lying. Life happens. I know what that's like. And then we say, well, I can't feel that way, or I can't do that thing because of those people, because of that circumstance. because my job is in the way, my spouse is in the way, my neighbor is in the way, my car isn't good enough, like whatever the circumstances, right? And it can all be true. I'm not saying it's not true. Believe me, I know it can be true. But then life happens and we say, it just can't happen for me. So we get sidetracked or we give up, right? We get sidetracked or we give up. This isn't about like, oh, but it's a real barrier. It can very well be a real barrier. And then you give up or we get sidetracked. So this is where our intention setting goes sideways, right? We set it, life happens, we get sidetracked or we give up. I've been there. I know you've been there. It's very common. So this is where we're going to start doing a little activity here and get right into the workshop portion. I'm not messing around today. We're getting right into workshopping so you can leave here with one step towards setting intentions that stick. And if you feel like it in the future, joining us in Holistic Witchery, we'll walk you through bringing the intentions into being. But today we want to get clear on the dream and what that intention might even be. So workshop portion, grab your pen and paper. I want you to grab your pen and paper because I'm going to walk you through some questions. And I do see a question here I'll answer. So intentions would be the whys to our goals. Yes, I like that idea. I like what you're saying there. So if you want to walk 3 miles, why? So I feel healthy. I intend to feel energetic, right? That would be your why. Yeah, I love that way of looking at it. So grab your pen and paper. Thank you, Casey, for saying that in the comments. Casey's got some young little ones. Knows the struggle is real with staying on track. As I said, the dream is what we're here for today. We don't know why we want what we want, right? We don't know what the vision is. Oftentimes we'll set intentions because it's what we think we should do. We think we should be thinner. We think we should be, happier. We think we should spend more time with friends and family. We think we should work harder. So we set intentions based on like what we think per what society says, what our friends and family and parents say, but it's not based on our true desires. That's what we're going to try to get into today. Now, this might just be a little glimpse for you. This might be an exercise you've got to do again and again and again and go deeper and deeper and deeper on. And I would contend, how many people are here? 186 people. I bet for at least 60% of the people here, what's that math? That's over 90 people, right? That's over 90 people. So more than half of you will want to do this again and again and again and go deeper and deeper and deeper. So grab that pen and paper. I've got mine too. Take a moment. Take a big exhale out. I'm not going to have you do a whole meditation thing. We're going to do this in real time, but I do want you to sort of breathe out whatever energy you brought here today. I want you to see it being pushed away from you. Only your energy, only your thoughts, only your desires are allowed in this space right now. If you're like Casey and you got a little one sitting on top of you, if you're like me and you got family right outside the door today, still try to come back to yourself as much as you can. Breathe it out. Maybe shake your hands, wiggle your feet and your ankles around, move your shoulders, roll your jaw around, loosen it up. Just let it all go and get really into your body. I'm going to ask you a question. What does your ideal life look like? That's a really big question. What does it feel like? Maybe take some notes. What does your ideal life look like? What does it feel like? What does your ideal day look like? What does it look like in the morning? Who is there with you in the morning? What are you cloaked in when you wake up in the morning? Are you wearing something specific? Are you naked? Your ideal life, your ideal day. Take some notes. What's it like in the morning? Who's there? What are you wearing? How do you feel? How does your bed feel? What's the first thing you see in the morning? Is it something out your window? Is it something on your wall? What do you eat for breakfast? What time of day is it when you wake up? If you're having trouble seeing this, just maybe nail on how you want to feel. Want to feel rested? Want to feel cozy, ready to go? What do you do after you're up and at it? Do you go to lunch? Do you have friends over? Do you go to work? Who are you spending your time with during the day? Where are you? What do you spend the bulk of your time doing during the day? Who is helping you in your life get things done? Again, what are you wearing? What you're wearing says a lot about, how you think of your body and where you are. If you're wearing like cozies and it's snowing out versus a bathing suit and you're sweating under the sun. If you love to work, I love to work. Where do you work? Who do you work with? What kind of work do you do? What conversations are you having with people? Coming back to how you want to feel is always a great place to go back to when everything feels murky. If it feels gray and you're not quite sure, remember that I said I would guess 60% of people here are going to want to do this again and again and again to start to peel away and understand what's possible. Come back to feeling though. You want to feel rested. You want to feel cozy. Do you want to feel alive and energized? Do you want to feel smart? Like you've been intellectually challenged? Do you want to feel like you can breathe free? What's it look like? Who are you with? What are you doing? How do you feel? What are you eating? Take some notes. Whatever it is that you have down so far, keep going with it. Take it into the evening. Are you a person who eats dinner at home? Do you have to go out? Are there candles? Music? Maybe a good book and whatever your favorite drink is and a delicious dinner of your choice, and it's just you. After you eat dinner, what do you do? Do you relax? Do you go for a walk? Work on something creative? Maybe you love watching movies and making a thing of it or playing games. Of course, we have the evening, which takes us right back where we started. What's that look like? What's the last thing you see before you go to bed? What time do you go to bed? Now, I've given you a lot to think about in a very short period of time. It's a pretty nearly impossible task to do this whole exercise so quickly. Yet, you've started thinking of something. Something's come to your mind, a feeling, a desire, a crossroads, and not sure which way to go. I see some rolling in here. Happiness over havoc. Yeah, no joy, lack of joy. Content, good marriage, but no joy. Balance. What I want you to do is think about anything that's come to mind for you, anything at all that's come to mind for you, and ask yourself, why do you want this thing? Why do you want it? So if you want joy, you want peace and calm, you want everything to be decluttered, you want to be relaxed with no deadlines, maybe you want to, I don't know, maybe you want a spicy marriage, maybe you want a just fulfilling life in the moment. I see here, hey, Stephanie. Y'all are in good company in the comments today. We got some TSC longtime peeps here. Whatever these things are, ask yourself why you want that. So maybe you want to declutter so that you have more time on your hands. Well, why do you want more time on your hands? So that you can do what? You can do what? Maybe you want to feel, let's see here. Renee wants to be worry and guilt-free. Well, why? For why? What's the reason why? Maybe it's so that you can enjoy your time off from work more. Well, why do you want to enjoy your time off from work more? So that you can feel more relaxed. So why do you want to feel more relaxed? So that you have a better relationship with your loved ones, right? We see these things that we've started to list out. You're listing out some great feelings, thoughts, desires, future outcomes. These are all future outcomes, right? In the comments. You're listing these out right now. Why? When you do this thing, when you bring it in, what does it unlock for you? And then what does that unlock for you? And then what does that unlock for you? Right? This is the dream. One of the things that keeps people from setting intentions that stick is because they don't know what the dream is, or they don't know what they truly want. They don't know what they truly desire. And the way to figure that out is to think about how life could be. And that's challenging to do when it doesn't feel like life could be any other way than it is. 5 years ago, I was on my kitchen floor. Okay, almost 5 years ago. 5 years ago in May. 5 years ago in May, I was in my kitchen floor crying oceans of tears. And if you had said to me 5 years ago that, Sarah, 5 years from now, you're going to have it figured out. You're going to have it figured out. Life's going to look way different. Your husband's going to stop working. Your business is going to take off. You're going to homeschool these kids. I never would have known that was in the realm of possibility. But I started to understand how I wanted to feel and why. Why did I want more time freedom? Why did I want the community? Why did I want to change lives for people? Why? Where is this coming from? When we're asking these questions, these why, what's the deeper why? That's when the dream starts to reveal itself. And that's where you find the root to an intention that sticks. Now, I've said it twice. I'm going to say it a third time. Most people here, many people here, more than half, are going to need to do this again and again and again, because it is so challenging to pull the layers away from what we know to figure out what is inside. That's so challenging. We're pulled in financial directions, taking care of people. I mean, I'm here. I am actually away from home right now. I'm in sunny Florida. I live in Connecticut. I'm here with my 2 grandparents who are aging. My grandfather has dementia. I'm here with my 2 kids who both have different sensory processing, social, emotional, all sorts of needs. And we're away from home in this small condo with all of us. And it's a lot. It's a lot. And when we have these things in our life, whether it's jobs, money, you're taking care of people, your health, you might have a chronic illness, all of this, it's like these bricks on top of our desire. And we have to move them away one at a time. So doing this again and again and again, though, will eventually help you to chip away at that pile where you'll start to see a little glimmer, a little glowing light of what it is that you desire, what it is that is inside for you. That's where your intention comes from, rooted way down inside there. So you're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. You're going to ask yourself these questions. You're going to visualize it. You're going to feel it. You're going to taste it. You're going to feel it in your body. What's it like to be there? And then why do you want it? Why do you want that? Ask yourself why as many times until you can stop asking why. When you know what that why is, there's all sorts of things in life, as I just said, that are going to keep you distracted. We're going to get into this more in some further workshops. I contend that a person can really only hold energy, hold capacity for 3 different things in their lives and do really, really well with holding space for those things. Something that I would invite you to think about after you leave here today is, what are those 3 things? We've talked about what is the dream, right? What is the why for that dream? Why do you really want that thing? That's where your intention comes from. And what 3 things can you hold space for that allow you to cultivate that why? 3 things in my life are Sisters Enchanted, my family, and doing cool stuff outside, seeing the world. Those are my 3 things. That's what I have capacity for. That's it. And so when I know that, though, whatever intentions that I set, I can anchor. I have a place to anchor that intention into. I know where it fits. Now we're getting somewhere, right? Now we're starting to get somewhere with an intention that might stick for you. Knowing the dream, knowing the why, knowing the vision. Now we teach our 5-eye expansion spiral in our holistic witchery program. And one of the steps is really this whole process around ideating for the future, to help with that, because it can be really challenging to do. Let's see here. So I see a person here who's saying, and I will say, there are some people here, I think, who are in our mastermind, and they will tell you that the one thing that I will do is I am a pusher backer. So I see the comment. I don't feel like I can only pick 3 things. I'm a person whose schedule is completely full. I will tell you, I have worked 2 jobs. I ran 2 businesses with a newborn and a toddler. I know what it's like to have no time and sleep 3 hours a day. I do. And we get there by holding space for too many things. And the way out of it is to hold space for fewer things and become ruthless with your energy and how you manage your energy in a day. Not even necessarily about time, but managing your energy and where your energy goes and does not go. I also have ADHD and I have a Sagittarius stellium. So I love to do 100 things at once. It's like my I am the epitome of a squirrel meme. I am the epitome of that. And I know it's possible when you dial in, when you focus. And that's why I created our 5-eye spiral, actually, so that people similar to me have a rhythm to help grow through. Yeah, I got you. I believe me, I get you. Yes, ruthless with your energy. It really comes down to your energy. Nicole's saying Sarah's great at pushing back. Nicole's in our mastermind and we'll tell you, I am a pusher backer. I try to be in the nicest way about it, but I am a pusher backer. Oh, and Nicole's right here. Nicole is on this slide. To give you an example of a person, Nicole recently, she's being featured actually in a book that I have coming out soon. And Nicole shared with me that she was about to burn everything down and quit her entire life. And was saying, I can't do any of this anymore. I want it done. And started doing some of these very things that we're talking about here. And one of the things with Nicole was seeing herself in a completely different way than was possible to her. Nicole saw herself as like incapable of doing things, couldn't finish things, wasn't like strong enough, good enough, smart enough, whatever to do things. And that was all just nonsense. And once Nicole got past that nonsense, Nicole has taken her life by storm and done things that I think are absolutely wild, to her house, getting things done, feeling more content at work. So good. Having hard conversations with family members. And it's been a real joy to watch. So the things that we're going to go through over these next 4 weeks, and if you continue on with us in Magic Week or Holistic Witchery, they do work. They do work if you stick through it, right? If you meet us halfway, we can help you get to where you want to go. All right. Yeah, Jenna says it's been incredible seeing Nicole's transition. For sure, for sure. We're going to open up for some questions in just a little bit here. But what I want to emphasize to you again is this is the dream. This is the first part. Again, we're going to go into what you're tolerating next time. We're going to go into your boundaries. We've got 3 more parts to go into here with our intention setting and all the things we're going to do backstage before our intention starts to move into the center stage of our lives. And this is just one part, is understanding why you want what you want. What is that desire? What is the dream? And then starting to understand how you can hold space for the dream, right? Again, if you want to learn more about this, you can totally join us in Magic Week coming up March 13th. We'll actually tell you your expansion archetype, which tells you how you both sabotage and expand, how you sabotage and manifest based on your expansion archetype. And you'll learn that on March 13th on day 1 of Magic Week if you decide to join us over there. I mentioned before that I'm not the only person here helping out. We've got Anna here in the comments today. Anna is our Chief Experience Officer. She's my real life sister and co-founder. She's an astrologer, a coach here, a teacher. We've got Sarah Milne, who's a teacher, astrologer, coach. Christina, who started us off. She's a student support person here and a coach. She also teaches and hosts community. And we've got Jenna here in the comments. Jenna's, if you email us, you're going to get Jenna in the inbox. And this is a fancy photo of Jenna. Jenna is absolutely delightful. And, and she is out repping our customer service. So just so you know who you're going to see when you reach out to us here at the Sisters Enchanted. And we actually have a whole other team of people behind the scenes too. Amber just chimed in. Amber helps us out on social media. Lots of great folks here. And our community is top notch, as you can see in the comments as well. So when we talk about this dream though, right? We talk about the dream that I want you to hold. We talk about the why. This is where it gets so challenging. And so many of you have affirmed this in the comments. So you've already said this to all of us. 53% of women feel overwhelmed per one survey I found on Google, right? I think that's probably accurate. I found one piece of research that cites 75% of executive women feeling significant self-doubt, where their male counterparts only reported like 32, I think it was. But 75% of executive level women feel significant self-doubt. 38% of the women polled in one study felt like they didn't spend enough time with their kids. Women are all over the place, but no place at the same time. Like we're everywhere, but not connected, not anchored, not centered. We can't latch onto the dream. We don't know the why. It's all very challenging and all over the place. But rhythm, setting your intentions and then using a rhythm to create those into being, that truly is the key to joy, to abundance and relaxation. And I know that firsthand. A great place to start is with your expansion archetype. So I invite you to join us over in Magic Week. I see a share here, my relationship, my health, and the business I'm starting as 3 things. Love that. Love that your business is in there. If you do join us in Magic Week, I've added a bonus worksheet in there. When you register for Magic Week, you're going to get this fancy new day planner worksheet I put together. So go ahead and join in there. If you're already in Magic Week, it's in the Teachable class site and you'll find it right over there. All right, onward. That's what we did today. We looked at the dream. We looked at the why. I had you start chipping away at it. What we're going to do next time is talk about what you're tolerating that might be keeping you away from living this dream. Now, if you feel really confused, really stuck on what the dream is, again, take a breath. Many people will need to do this again and again and again. getting clear on your intention, getting clear on where you're going. It is literally a repeatable system and something that you get better at the more you do it. If you did it today and it felt too overwhelming and you just are like, I can't, this isn't for me. That is one of those where I said things go sideways and you give up. You got to do it again and again and again. And doing it again and again and again is really the framework. It's the thing where you will start to spiral and expand outward in your energy and your abundance and whatever it is you want to bring into your life. But it's through doing it again and again and again. And this is one piece of that puzzle, is understanding what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, what it is that you want to bring into being. All right. I want to answer any questions that anybody has. We moved through this workshop in such good time. I love it because time is my number one value, how you spend your time. And I don't want to waste your time. I want to get right to the good stuff, give you the information you need to get, give you a light bulb moment, a golden nugget, any of those fancy statements, so that you can get back to the things that matter in your life, like actually growing your intention. But I would love to answer any questions that anybody might have. And while I'm waiting, if anybody has any questions, I can also show you a little bit about, if you join us in Magic Week, you also gain access to our Expedition to Soul materials, and they're housed right here in our course portal for you. So while you're waiting for Magic Week to start on March 13th, you can actually access Expedition to Soul right away. And we're going to do a little pre-work over in the community group this week around gathering your quest pack. So you have all the tools and fun things you might need to really set you up for success on your journey. And of course, you'll also have that new worksheet to help you really understand your daily energy output, where you're putting your energy, and if it's in alignment with where you want to be. All right, let's see here. Yes, it's all in Teachable. Everybody was enrolled over the weekend, Tatiana. So this is very new. We have some changes that come in that we're going to tell you about in a couple of weeks, I think. But that was one step in the direction of those changes. Yes, Pat, Magic Week is separate from Enchanted Journey. Yeah, let's see. There was a question that went up on my scrolly bar, and my scrolly bar is not letting me move up. Let's see here. There we go. Magic Week, you'll learn your expansion archetype. And then you'll learn, according to your expansion archetype, there's a different video series for each one, how you both sabotage and manifest according to it. You can take Magic Week again. You don't need to re-register. Let's see here. Okay, here is the question. Maggie asked, do you have any specific questions you can ask yourself to find your why? I would just ask, so that at the end of the sentence. So if it's, I want to, if it's intention based, I want to feel rested so that I can make more money. Maybe you're just really dragging your feet at work or something. Okay, now I want to make more money so that I can eat healthier, so that I can go hiking in Spain, so that I can, help cultivate a unified world by meeting new people, right? And just go deeper and deeper. So I would add the so that at the end is my suggestion there. Yes, we have a pretty big thing coming up, an announcement or so, but you'll hear about it in a couple of weeks. And it does not involve Magic Week or Holistic Witchery. It's something different. Though Magic Week does start March 13th and Holistic Witchery starts at the end of March. You can learn more about Holistic Witchery if you're already like, that sounds great, I want to be there. You can go to holisticwitchery.com and you can find out all about it, get on the wait list. And then, of course, Magic Week, I 10 out of 10 recommend you sign up. If you want to join, it's only $27 and you'll get your bonus energy sort of mapping worksheet. And then also all those materials, and the class starts March 13th for that. I love seeing how everyone's like, it's life-changing, get in there. The hours for Magic Week is, the materials are released each day, Monday through Friday, March 13th through the 17th. The videos are pre-recorded. So day 1, you take your quiz. Day 2 through 5, you will get videos. You have access to all 5 archetypes. So even if the archetypes are Mapper, Wanderer, Adventurer, Dreamer, and Seer. So if you were a Mapper, for example, you will get the videos for every archetype still. And because I think we do have all the archetypes within us. It's just which ones are you embodying right now. So you'll get all those videos. And then at 10 a.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday that week, I'm hosting a live stream in the community group where you'll see me on the camera. We're going to do some reflection, a group activity sort of thing. And then this time for Magic Week, we're doing something new. And I can't remember if it's 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m., but it's in the evening, Eastern time, each day that week also. We're going to get into a meeting style. Christina says 7 p.m., like a traditional Zoom meeting where everyone's on little squares like the Brady Bunch. We're going to get on Zoom and or on a group meeting and have like after hours where you can share, ask for feedback, and really get to know each other. So we're going to have 2 different things per day for Magic Week this time. We're up in the ante and the support and really hoping to bring some more people to the finish line of Magic Week. And then, of course, so that's March 13th. And of course, after that, if you want to join us in Holistic Witchery, that starts the end of March, March 27th, I believe. And this round of Holistic Witchery goes for 8 weeks. And during that 8-week time, we're adding in more support than we ever have before. We have some newly refreshed curriculum, so you'll be the first users of that. And we're really excited about all of it. So Magic Week is like $27. Everyone should totally sign up. Holistic Witchery is a larger investment. That said, it really is an investment in yourself, and it's a full start to finish rhythm to bring expansion into your life and do lots of shadow work and sort of ground in who you are. For now, though, make sure you watch the replay of this workshop. Join us in Magic Week. 10 out of 10 get in Magic Week. I also say 10 out of 10 get in Holistic Witchery, but Magic Week is next on the calendar. The replay for this, if you're wondering, we'll put the replay on the same page as hey, Duana. We'll put the replay on the same page as the sign up link. So it'll be embedded on that same page. There will be an email that comes out tomorrow with the replay on it. But if you see with the replay link in it, but if you see the sign up link anywhere in an email or on social media or wherever to sign up for the workshops, the replay will be on there later today also. So just so you know, you'll get the link emailed to you tomorrow through Zoom. We'll also put it on that page where you can just check back later today and see if it's on there. Let's see here. Yes, I love that. Right sizing your stuff, your health. Yeah, health for sure. Hey, Barbara. Thanks for coming, Barbara. And thank you for saying the energy is awesome. I'll just like all of you, I have on days and off days. And I got to say, my nervous system is a little out of whack today. So I'm glad that we were able to do this and actually like talking my own talk here, walking my walk, I guess, whatever that statement is, really helped me get grounded again in my dreams, my desires, and what I'm doing. So I appreciate you all being here for this for sure. Oh, I'm sorry the one in Zoom didn't work for you. I don't know. I'm glad you're here. That's what I know. That's what I know. All right. Any questions? Anything I can help anybody with before we sign off for today? Thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Yes, Dina, if you're in Enchanted Journey membership, Dina's bringing the somatic witchery. Dina's bringing belly dance to our community members. It's wild. Good stuff. That's happening for y'all that are in there. Okay, then. Well, on Sunday, I believe, is our next workshop. If I'm not messing up my days, I think it's Sunday. We're going to gather back together. We're going to talk about tolerating and how that is another thing that keeps us from our intentions. Remember, this is all the backstage stuff before we put our intention front and center. If you're a podcast listener of ours, we got 2 podcasts coming out this week, Valentine's Day themed. Tomorrow is about tarot cards and love. And Thursday is about your expansion archetype and how you might sabotage relationships based on that archetype. So if you already know yours, be sure to listen in on Thursday. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging with me again. I appreciate it. Everything we do here is awesome because of people like you and how awesome you are and the energy you bring to us. So go ahead, have a great rest of your day. And Christina, I'm going to hit leave. I think it'll leave you to end it. I'll see y'all around. Bye.
Thank you for catching today's episode of Expedition to Soul. If you want to learn more, we still have a second workshop that I'm going to put out for you, a third, and even a fourth live workshop happening on March 9th. And you can join us for Magic Week. It starts March 13th. You can find that info at signup.thesistersenchanted.com/Magic Week, where we're going to talk more about how you sabotage and how you expand. Until next time, I hope that you have an enchanted rest of your day ahead.
If you liked this episode of the Expedition to Soul podcast, please rate, review, subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, it will really help us spread everyday magic, intention, and intuition to the masses and helps us so much as a small business. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on your favorite podcasting platform so you never miss an episode. If there's any topics you'd want to hear, anything you want us to dive deeper into, shoot us an email at magic@thesistersenchanted.com. And as always, thank you so much for listening and being part of the community here at the Sisters Enchanted. And we'll see you in the next episode.